What's good, y'all? Welcome to the backup channel, DEEZY Baby 2.0, aka 2.0, baby. Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to a request from Jamia. All right, I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I appreciate you. You've been a supporter for a while, so it's awesome. Awesome. All right, make sure you guys go follow her on IG. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate the request. The request is Sofia Wylie. Sofia Wylie what? Can I? Sofia Wylie concocts a princess potion. This is still watching Netflix, so honestly, I don't know if this is on the backup channel or if it's on Patreon. Either way, what's up, y'all? All right, I'm gonna like this video. Sure, if it's on the backup channel, like the video, please. Comment down below what else y'all wanna see. Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even know really what this is about, for real. I mean, obviously, we ain't about to make a real potion, so, you know. And then Sophia, she was in High School Musical, the series, right? Yeah, all right, let's go.
You call yourself an iPad kid, but look at what an iPad kid can turn into.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. Actually, like 2-year-old can still comprehend those songs. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
you're like my dad.
Oh,
Not you're like my dad.
I wanted to hear tonight. Hey everyone, my name is Philip Wayne. Welcome to another episode of Spill the Boba Tea, a show where I get to invite a special guest over to the cafe to make a drink that's inspired by my guest's life and career. Tonight, I'm super excited because we have a very talented young actress who you've seen on Andi Mack, High School Musical, the series, and she's about to make her Netflix debut on the highly anticipated film, The School for Good and Evil. Please
I ain't never heard of that.
Wylie! I'm so happy you're here. Thanks for driving all the way out.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited too.
So, each ingredient basically
it's dark
is
outside.
By some point in your life or something that you did. Okay. So we're going to start with these two ingredients.
Whoa.
So
tea
what
and
we have right
lemonade?
here is a homemade lemonade and a jasmine green tea. And
Whoa.
so tea and lemonade put together sometimes creates a drink called an Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
That's what that's
and
called.
The reason why we're making Arnold Palmer tonight is because you're from Scottsdale, and there are a ton of golf courses in Scottsdale. So a ton of people are drinking Arnold Palmer's probably one of the most famous golfers. But
That's
I
so
want to talk about
specific.
Scottsdale or growing up in Arizona, you know, you started acting, dancing at a pretty young age. Dancing was first though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you doing anything else as a kid? Or were you doing other activities and dance kind of stood out?
Yeah. I was sadly an iPad kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like always in my own little world.
But your Candy Crush score is like crazy.
I was a DSI kid. Who else? Who else was a DSI kid? Because it was me.
So high. Yeah, and I also had like Video Star, which like was a big thing when I was little, and so I would create like all of these little music videos for myself, and that's I think where like my passion for performing really grew.
Yeah.
And I think I just always had this love for drama. Like my parents always told me that I was a drama queen growing up, and literally when I was born, the doctor said, you got a handful on this one. Because I just like was crying and like so incredibly dramatic, and I think I definitely turned that element of my personality into a superpower for my work.
Right.
But I just always loved doing all of this, and it started with dancing. I kind of, you know, slept and breathed and ate dance when I was little, and then eventually it transitioned over to acting when I was around 11 or 12 years old.
Right.
But I still love both of them, and people always ask me if I could choose one over the other, and I really don't think I could because I have such a love and a different love for both.
Within dance itself, did you start with jazz, tap, hip-hop? Which one were you going for first?
I started with hip-hop because my dad was a little like break dancer when he was younger.
Whoa.
So him and I
Cool
would
dad
like,
here.
I know,
Okay.
cool dad alert.
You called him a little break dancer,
That's
though,
cool.
so I feel like if he were here, he'd be pretty upset, though. What'd you talk about?
He would definitely try to like pull out a windmill move and then like hurt his back or something. So
That's so interesting that you start. I feel like most of the time kids, usually start with ballet, jazz, or something like that.
Yeah, I started with hip hop and I loved it, and then from there I transitioned into competitive dancing where I did like all the different styles.
All right. Oh, so you had to learn everything.
Yes, I did.
Did you do ballet?
I did do
I
ballet.
did 2 years of ballet too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow.
My career ended much earlier than yours. I was pigeon-toed as a kid.
Oh.
And the doctor said that there's 2 ways to solve it. Like, either put shoes on opposite feet. I don't know why that's medically sound advice. Or you go, like, you enroll in ballet, and my mom saw an opportunity for an extracurricular activity. So I did ballet for longer than I probably had to. But
Yeah.
at least my feet are correct.
Honestly, I feel like ballet is one of those. Would you call it a sport? Not necessarily. It's one of those arts, right? That I feel like guys could do, and it shouldn't be weird. You know, you shouldn't automatically be labeled like gay if you do ballet. Like, y'all let me know what you think about that. I don't know.
Wow.
But maybe later we
The
can
more
do
you
like
know.
we can do like a routine or something.
100%. We'll kill it.
So sticking to like kind of like your childhood, growing up in around Arizona, you know, I also wanted to ask you about what it was like maybe growing up in a school where maybe like your multicultural, your multiracial background, and whether that came into play a lot or whether that affected you a lot, because you are part Korean, quarter Korean, and that's actually the inspiration for our next ingredients.
Why does he have a mic on?
This special tea, man, I'm going to butcher this. It's halabang tea. It's a special orange that's grown on Jeju Island specifically. It's really fragrant, very, very citrusy, but I wanted to bring in something that like was a nod to your Korean heritage.
Wow.
Of your Korean heritage, what is that kind of like your favorite part to partake in, I guess?
The food. My hominy, she has, you know, cooked with my sister and I since we were very, very little, and that's been just a big part of our relationship. It's the way that she shows her love for us, and her food is so good. Like, I wish I could eat it every single day of my life. And I also just love going to like Korean barbecue whenever I can.
You know, growing up as a multiracial kid, did you ever feel a little different, or did you always grow up already knowing and being very proud of your Korean heritage, or was that something that kind of came a little later?
Yeah, oh, that's a wonderful question. I definitely grew up feeling very, very different and very isolated because of those differences. I mean, being in Arizona, all of my friends were blue-eyed and had straight hair, and I was none of those things. And I think it's really natural to want to change yourself to fit in, because we all want to belong, especially when you're so young. You know, I thankfully didn't experience a lot of harmful comments about the way I looked growing up, but it was all very subconscious, of just wanting to straighten my hair and wanting my skin to look different than it did. And while I've been, you know, filming different movies and shows and realizing how impactful my representation can be towards other young girls and boys out there,
Exactly.
I've seen so much more beauty in my differences and how it can be a superpower rather than a weakness.
100%, and like I definitely want to like talk about how you know, that superpower that you're talking about we could see in another project that was kind of like your first breakout, which was on a show called Andi Mack.
And I never watched
That was a
Andi Mack
significant, show in itself.
because Andi Mack came on Disney Channel when Disney Channel wasn't popping for me no more. Yeah.
Because it did feature
I heard it was a good show though.
biracial family, like prominently, and really kind of normalized what that kind of family looks like. And I just kind of want to ask you, like, if being on that show, like, if that was something you were aware of at the time, or was that something that kind of you saw like a little bit later when you meet other people or fans now and hear how important it was?
Yeah, I think because I was 12 years old at the time, I wasn't really aware of any of that stuff yet. I really wasn't aware of my own being, so it was really interesting to see how impactful the representation that I was giving, but also as well as the rest of the cast was giving, was really impacting a lot of people out there. It was such a wonderful show to be a part of, and I felt so nervous for the first season of filming because I truly was just a dancer pretending to be an actress at that point in my life.
Wait, as your character or like?
No, as Sophia. Like I had only a dancing resume, and I was fully lying when I was like, yeah, I'm an actress, and like I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm so glad that I was able to do it and to be a part of a show that really, really valued diversity and representation.
Yeah, there's something about that show that you said in a past interview that kind of stuck out to me. It was that you did a lot of these shows that where you're in high school or you're in schools. It kind of made you wish that you had some more generic high school or school experiences, like having a locker, or a school bus. And that's why I wanted to bring in our next ingredient. It's not really an ingredient, it's more like setting the stage.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do. And I brought these cafeteria trays.
Cute!
You know, because going to school, sitting at the cafeteria, is definitely part of high school, middle school.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, like, you know, since you had those feelings of like not getting to have those experiences, do you feel like you've gotten out through all the different roles, or do you still kind of wish that you had, you know, the more typical high school experience?
For sure. Yeah, I think it is such a beautiful thing that I was able to grow up on sets and really live through my characters. But there's a part of me that has always wondered, like, in an alternate universe, would I have been a cheerleader? Like, who would I be if I wasn't here acting and had actually gone to regular middle school and high school? Because I've really been homeschooled since I was in, like, 3rd grade.
And people have been casting you to do those things. So you kind of got a peek into all of those flicks, right?
I did, yeah. I got to experience, like, homecoming through High School Musical.
I'll say this, you probably had the best, like, homecoming, proms, all those things, and, like, you had production value.
Yeah.
Everyone else had to, like, wash cars to get, you know, prom budget.
Exactly, and I've talked to my cast about that, and a lot of them have actually been through real middle school and high school, and so I'll always be like, this is great, guys, like, I love high school, and they're like, Sophia, this isn't real.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh, you're right.
It's not the same.
You brought up different movies and shows that you've been on, so we had to talk about this next show, which is amazing. It is the inspiration for our next ingredient. So I want you to take a look at that. I know it looks a little weird.
Is this Jell-O?
It is, and it's a particular flavor. It's not artificial flavor. We made that Jell-O from scratch.
It smells like cranberry.
Close. It is cherry Jell-O. So the reason why I chose cherry gelatin is because the official fruit of this Utah is cherry. And the official snack of Utah is Jell-O, apparently.
Oh!
Like, there was actual, like, city documents that, like, named Jell-O, like, Salt Lake's official snack. Apparently,
wow.
they consume the most Jell-O
He know his shit, don't he, y'all?
in the United States.
Adds up.
And the reason why we're talking about Salt Lake City, Utah, is because your show, High School Musical, the series, is based in Salt Lake City at the school that the original High School Musical movie was filmed at.
And that's gotta be dope as fuck, right, y'all? Imagine you get casted for something so, like, basically iconic because you're recreating a very, very, very popular Disney original movie. You know what I'm saying? It is an original movie. Yeah. And it's in the school that all of those original and the nostalgic characters were in before, you know, to create a magical series, a magical movie series, which, of course, I would always say, like, as much as I say that Camp Rock was better than High School Musical, I still enjoyed High School Musical a lot, and I know a lot of y'all would disagree with me, and that's why I would say that's one of my, what is it called? It's a unpopular opinion that Camp Rock was better than High School Musical. But the songs were. Let's get that clear. The songs definitely were. Y'all can't nobody tell me shit, alright? But yeah, just imagine that, y'all. Y'all get to you get to act in the same school. You'd be like, oh, this was Sharpay's locker. Oh, or this is where they did that whole not another word sequence ad. Like, that's dope. Okay.
I gotta tell you,
I heard people can go, like, to the school
and
go inside.
Oh, I know, and the fact that you know all of this is so impressive, because even I am like, I don't really get it.
So, I have something to admit to you. The reason why I know so much is because it's very fresh in my brain. I'm gonna admit something here right now.
Okay.
I want my truth to let you be truthful to me.
Okay.
I watched High School Musical 1 for the first time this past weekend.
Oh.
Don't give me that look, please, don't.
Like,
How old is he, though? That's the question.
How did you not watch the movie?
This is what everyone on my Instagram was saying back to me. Like, I offended a lot of people. You know what it was? I think I was already at an age that kind of, like, it didn't...
See, this is what I was wondering.
Which, I don't know if that's a good excuse, because there are tons of people my age that
I wasn't the target one either.
And then I think it became such a big thing and, like, a meme so quickly that I felt like I had already consumed it.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it felt like one of those things where it's like, like I'll get around to it, and then like 15 years passed. But I watched it because I wanted to obviously watch and understand your show. But High School Musical, the musical, the series is so clever. It's so smart. It's so funny.
Thank you.
It's modern. It's
I
like
feel like that makes me like totally late to the party of High School Musical, like the universe. Like,
Yeah.
no, the show's wonderful. The dynamics, the characters, the self-awareness of it is so fun.
Yes.
And your character too. You said it's your first mean girl role. What was it like stepping into, I guess, that character?
So much fun.
Okay.
I loved it, and I don't know if that says something about me.
Being the mean one, you get to like test things out.
Exactly. You get to
Be somebody
a version
else
of yourself that isn't necessarily very acceptable in real life, because when you're mean in real life, people don't really like you. So it was very interesting getting to play a character like that, because I definitely don't feel like I'm like that in real life, or at least I hope I'm not.
no, you're giving off the
It's also
exact
really
opposite.
shows you get to see like the reasons that these characters are the way they are.
Yeah, true.
They try to make them more rounded.
Exactly.
At least in the series. In the original movie, people were just mean for no reason.
Yeah, I think in the past there's been very one-dimensional characters, very stereotypical too.
Yeah,
But the great thing about High School Musical
stereotypical.
is there's many villains in the show, and for myself, I was considered the villain for season 1. And as we go through season 1 and into season 2 and season 3 as well, we really get to see much more depth to that character, which is so nice because everyone has so much depth, and you're never truly just a surface level human being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave me like so much crap just a second ago for watching it so late. When did you watch it?
Okay, so you weren't the target demographic, and neither was I, because I wasn't
You were just
born.
She wasn't born yet? How old is she? Hold on. Let me get my majigga out. Talking about majigga, my phone. Okay, so Sofia Wylie, right? Sofia Wylie. Okay, so she's 19. Wait, she's 19? Did she just turn 19? Yeah, she just turned 19 this year. Let me see. High School Musical. Came out in 2006. Okay. I was hella young too then. For sure. See, yeah.
When I was like 2 or something.
Right.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can still comprehend those songs. Baby.
Exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, like the visual aspect of it, the music. I think my child brain just was like, "Goo goo gaga, this is great."
I'm so glad that you got to get the mean girl out of you because you went for.
I want to play a bully. I always said I wanted to.
Yes.
We definitely got to talk about Netflix's film, The School for Good and Evil. For people that don't know, this is such a cool premise. And again, I feel like I'm like late to the party because it's been like his best-selling book for years.
Oh my gosh, it's so complicated, but basically The School for Good and Evil is this fantasy movie. It's so grand in scale. We have so many wonderful actors like Kerry Washington and Charlize Theron, Lawrence Fishburne, Michelle Yeoh. My character Agatha.
It's a great
she
cast.
Is the witch of the village. Everyone thinks that she is evil and she kind of looks pretty intimidating on the outside, but she really does just have a heart of gold. And her best friend Sophie is kind of the opposite. She looks super petite and princessy and sweet. And they end up getting.
It don't look like something I would watch just because all these creatures, but.
Evil, which seems like this fairy tale to them, but is actually real somehow. And they get dropped in opposite schools, where Agatha, my character, is in the school for good, and Sophie's in the school for evil. And basically throughout the film, they're trying to find each other, get back home, and there's all these contrasting desires, and a lot of chaos ensues. But it's a really, really fun film, and people like it.
It's such a cool premise to think that all these fairy tales that we watch, that all these characters were like, came from this school,
that they were taught. Yeah.
And it is really interesting that your character's presented as someone that should be in the evil school, but then you dropped into the school for good. And on the night that you were kidnapped, there was a blood
Red
moon. So that is the inspiration for our next ingredient. This is a blood orange syrup.
Oh, is that like super sweet?
It's actually a little bit bitter.
Interesting.
Yeah, which fits for the evilness of
Yeah.
the character. You know, like I was gonna say, like this movie it's like you said, it's such a grand scale. What was it like?
Yo, this is actually creative as hell. You know, now I'm like actually seeing what they're doing in the video. Very creative on their end. You know what I'm saying? They put together something that represents a piece of the entertainer's career. So that's pretty cool.
Like a production that's like set in high school,
Mhm.
you know, and then going to now this is still technically like a school, but there's CGI, there's action, there's magic.
Oh my gosh, it was so different. I think I really got to step outside of my comfort zone the whole time that I was filming this movie because of the special effects, the CGI, working with things that really aren't there. Like there's so much magic that goes into this movie. It was a very interesting process and very challenging, but I think that's what made it all so exciting. I was also like 17 at the time of filming this movie, so I was like hopping back and forth between school, doing algebra 2, and then having to pretend that I was getting eaten by
algebra,
like all of these
math,
crazy, different opposite things going on in my life at that point in time.
Having to memorize lines and learn math shit. Oh.
All that stuff that exists in the schools for good and evil, is it similar to High School Musical? What's the crossover there?
Like on set or in the actual
in the actual show.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to spill some on set too.
No, I know. I'm glad that it's the prior, not the latter. But I think there's definitely less like petty drama than there is in High School Musical.
Sure.
But
the stakes are higher.
Yeah, the stakes are like death. You know.
Hey, getting the lead role is crime or death situation.
Exactly.
You put some respect on their names, okay? I gotta know, since we're in this fantasy world and you're technically getting trained to be a princess, what is your actual favorite princess that's out there?
Oh, I love Ariel from Little Mermaid. Like the reason is I desperately wanted to be a mermaid when I was little, and so I would pray to God each night to make me a mermaid. I'd go to bed, wake up in the morning right before school. Yeah.
I'm sure she loved the Little Mermaid then. Did y'all see it yet?
Wait for me to transform. And
you were a very imaginative kid.
I was weird. You can say it. I was weird.
I mean, honestly, like you call yourself an iPad kid, but look at what an iPad kid can turn into.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, actually. Like,
I think it's so funny that people like fully idolize actors and actresses, because at the end of the day, we're all just like big children. Like we're literally, our job is to imagine and pretend. It's so funny. Like, or I don't think we're much cooler than anyone else.
That is, I hope you always keep that in mind.
Hey, speak for yourself, Sophia. Acting is
it really is so fun.
What's an animal then that you
whatever you said. For sure.
My dog.
Definitely though, like on the real, yeah, I do agree in a way. You know, acting is really it's for creative minds, I feel like, because you have to really learn, like you have to learn this character even beyond the criteria that they give you in the beginning. You have to learn about them, which requires you to use your imagination, and then you have to put it into emotions, actions, and make it look as real as possible, as if you're this person literally, you know. So it's actually hard though. Like it's tough sometimes, especially like when you have like a big role, or even if you have it's like your first role, and sure it'll seem big either way. So yeah, nah, it's no joke though. Big creative adults, that's for sure.
The dog. I think the reason my first dog didn't like me is because I would pull her aside multiple times a day and just say, "No one's around. You can talk to me. It's fine. No one will know." And she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
You were very. Yeah,
I'm sold on that now.
This is the true me.
All right, Sophia, we've got to know each other pretty well.
A little too well.
Very well. But now we're gonna assemble the drink.
Okay.
All right. So this is where the fun really begins. So here's the cup.
So now we're actually putting it together.
By putting Utah's favorite snack in our cup.
You have to try it. Okay, that's a great twist.
Boba drinks, they have like jellies also. So,
Yeah.
so we're gonna. This is what's gonna be our topping. Perfect. So this is our lemonade, but because you're a princess or a princess,
Oh,
we
boba.
are going to need to add a little bit of magic.
Oh.
So one more ingredient here that I want
Get
to
it
bring
together.
in, and this is edible glitter.
You mean
Alright.
pixie dust?
Pixie dust, exactly.
This is gonna be everywhere.
I know.
forever.
This is, oh my god, this is what glitter does. Oh,
This might be
two
cool.
types of glitter. Okay, we have the gold, and then we have the evil dark purple.
Ooh.
So what we're gonna do with
The way
these
she said,
is that we're gonna either add a little
ooh.
bit of good magic or evil magic. And the way we're gonna decide is we're gonna play a little game of like this or that.
Okay.
So if we agree on one, then we'll put good.
Okay.
If we don't agree, then
Evil.
it's evil, right?
Got it.
When you have a sandwich, do you cut it into triangles or squares?
Squares. Triangle.
Me too!
Yeah, if I cut it, it's gonna be in a
Just
triangle.
take a little bit in there. Just a little pinch. Ooh. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's not really getting. Oh, there we
There we
go.
go. Oh my god, that's a lot.
Yeah, I just want to watch
Wow,
it.
that is a lot. Ice cream. Do you lick it or do you bite it?
Oh, I gotta lick.
Lick it.
Yeah, I can't
No,
bite.
no, no. Don't tell me you're an ice cream biter.
Ooh, that hurt my teeth.
No. We can't even
It's actually weird to me.
I'm an ice cream biter.
Really? Your teeth just don't feel sensitive?
I take little bites.
Oh my gosh, this dude be nibbling.
Alright, so we're gonna have a little bit of
I'm dying.
Ew.
Throw the whole ice cream away.
Alright.
So evil.
When you have a cup in the cupboard,
Yeah.
do you put it up or do you put it down?
People put it down?
Cups up.
Do you put it down?
Of course not, that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People will say that if you put it up, it's like collecting dust or whatever.
That's
But if
true.
you put it
If
down,
it-
then where your lips touch
Thank
are going
you.
to be on the
Thank you very much.
ground.
Yeah.
A little bit of
We got all of ours are up.
Magic is there. This one's gonna be controversial. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
No.
I mean, I don't mind, but it's not the
It's
best
great, it's a little
topping.
bit of sweetness.
Oh, you're like my dad.
Oh, that's not the thing I wanted to hear tonight.
You're like my little break dancer.
Oh,
He loves a good pineapple on pizza.
All
I
right,
just
evil,
cannot
evil,
do it.
evil.
Oh.
Wow, look at that. There's
Yeah.
glitter in our drink.
Yeah, it's interesting how the blue sang
Yeah.
and the other
It's
didn't.
evil.
Because evil just
It's the bottom.
sings.
All right, now we're going to add 2 ounces of our blood orange syrup. So have you done this before?
No,
All right, there's little like magic in the air right now.
there is.
All right, so there's these numbers at the top. So you just mentioned algebra 2, so we need 2 ounces. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of algebra to do this.
Oh my.
I just started to sweat.
I'm done with school.
So I'm just gonna
I
put
hate that we still gotta use a little bit of math.
Okay, half this side. Get it?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. There
Was
you go.
that
That's
too
it.
much?
Oh, that works.
This is about to be so bitter.
All right, so this is looking great. This is looking
He
great.
did say that
So
was
let's
kinda
mix this
bitter.
up a little bit.
Whoa. This feels like a potion I would have created as a child with like water and rocks.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little darker too.
I used to make
feel
mud
like
pies
Yeah, I think I'm
outside.
a little crazy.
Maybe the evil is
Is
spoiler. Spoiler.
Yeah, guys, I'm truly a baddie.
All right, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pour this over the ice.
Okay.
Ooh, look at the sparkles!
Yeah.
Oh, look how sparkly yours is! Oh my gosh!
Wow, this actually looks gorgeous.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our halabang. I'm not Korean, so I'm sorry I'm like messing this up. Sorry to all our Korean fans out there. We're just gonna pour just like 100 milliliters on this one, okay? It's okay.
That's fine, right?
That should be fine, yeah. Pour it very slowly, yeah. So that we get a little bit of a layer. There's and now we're gonna do a free pour because this is an Arnold Palmer, so we gotta have the iced tea in there.
Yeah.
Right? So we're just gonna pour it to the top, okay? So again, try to pour it. Try to pour it.
I hate when cups do that. Like I just
They hit
hate
us for
that.
these trays.
I know, right? Good job. Oh my god.
Like none of that.
None of it went in.
That look
Watch.
good though. I wouldn't even want the
Okay.
jellies
Am I
at the
barista?
bottom.
Wow.
Hey, we're hiring you at Bopo.
Yeah.
Now, look at this beautiful gradient. We're gonna end things off with that blood moon with some blood orange slices. And all we're gonna do is just put it on the edge right here. Look at that. You're ready to get flown off to the school of good and evil.
This is a very, very interesting way of promo.
It's so great how both of ours look so different.
Yeah.
Like
it's almost like the glitter chose us.
Yes, it shows our aura.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what does this mean?
Are we destined to be rivals?
Are we a nemesis?
Agatha, watch out. Alright, are you ready to drink this?
I am. I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised there is no boba.
We went for the jellies this time.
Okay.
I'm so sorry if you wanted the boba. We try to mix it up because sometimes the boba...
It's okay. No,
Oh
I
my
love
God.
it. No,
I totally just like bombed this interview. She's like, you put pineapple on pizza like my dad. You
didn't give me boba.
I don't like
love
boba.
Jell-O.
The only little the only extra that I could get in a drink, if it's a fruity drink, I'll get is it not pomegranate? It is one of those that like bursts, but it's like more of like a liquid. What are they called? Passion fruit? Passion fruit bobas? I don't know. Just not the black ones. That ruins the drink because they taste freaking.
So
They taste different,
go down here,
real
and
different.
we're gonna give it a little mix. You can hold it up, let people see.
I think I made this too full.
Hey, it's okay. There's never not enough tea. Sophia, the last.
I hope
thing
it
we gotta
tastes
do
good.
Is we gotta name this drink.
Oh my gosh.
Let me think. Like you could do Wylie's Wild Potion.
Wait, that's
kinda
great.
like that?
Wiley's Wild Potion. That's what he said.
Wiley's Wild
I think we should
Potion.
go with
It's
it.
pretty magical. I trust our talents here.
I think
I
so.
think we did a good job.
I think so too.
All right, so cheers to the Wylie's Wild Potion.
Mm-hmm.
Wild with Y.
Yeah.
So let's go for it.
Cheers.
Now,
It's delicious.
now it would be cool if they kept these
Wow.
drinks
Did you get any Jell-O,
and
though?
served them to
I
the
did
public.
get-
I didn't get any Jell-O. Okay, I gotta go deeper. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm getting all the Jell-O right
Dude,
now.
that Jell-O hits, man.
Yeah.
It's very tart. The cherry tartness.
And it's like boba, but like it
Yeah.
disintegrates.
It goes by real fast.
I'm living my boba dream through this Jell-O.
This is you in a cup. I just want to say thank you so much for being the inspiration for this magical drink, this sparkly, evil drink.
Yeah,
Yours
her-
looks so much better than mine. Mine is slowly becoming black.
Hey.
What is happening?
You know why? It's because she's touching it, and like her energy is like
Mm.
affecting the drink. Wow, I didn't realize that we actually did some kind of witchcraft here. Is this a haunted like cafe? No, seriously, Sophia, thank you so much. It was such a great time talking to you, getting to learn about you. So excited for this film, The School for Good and Evil. So excited for the rest of your career too. You've already had such a
This was
wonderful
dope.
run. I can't wait to see what else you do. But everyone, check out The School for Good and Evil on Netflix right now. It stars Sophia right here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is so fun.
Okay, y'all, that was Sophia Wylie concocting. Is that a? I'm guessing it's a word. That word is really weird. She makes a princess potion with old dude, and I gotta say, I really liked his interviewing style. He made her very comfortable, which made it a very like entertaining, you know what I'm saying, interview, and well, kind of interview, yeah. And I like the whole potion mixology part to this little series they got going. I enjoyed it. Shout out to the person that gave me this request. If you do want to find out how to give me a request and get it put up to the top of the list, all you have to do is follow the directions. And not in this description. I believe in my main channel's description, you got the list of what to do. So yeah, hit the link down below in the description, and then it'll take you to any other description of any of those videos, and that's how you can find out. If you want to send me a video and get it put up to the top of the list, I react to it ASAP. Alright, that's it. Stay tuned, stay lit. Yeah. Oh, wait. What I was saying earlier, it'd be dope. Ouch. If they did this series a lot right at that shop, and every single drink or potion they made, you know, they would keep it and they would allow like the public to try. Like it would be how they make their menu up. That would be dope. That's a really cool concept for some type of tea shop, boba shop, whatever. Anyway, Stay tuned, stay lit. Yeah.